I recently returned from a 2-month program in Taiwan where I received a full Bhikshuni ordination along with 120 nuns and 140 monks. And so there were a number of things that struck me over the course of that 2 months. But one of the things that I quite treasured was being in the presence of a lot of bhikshunis and bhikshus in a country that has had fully ordained monastics for a very, very long time. And so they are part of the Taiwanese spiritual culture, and they come by the dozens. And at one point during the Bhikshuni, the full ordination, there must have been 10, 20, 30, maybe 60 bhikshus and bhikshunis at the temple. And so as I just kind of, and I was watching them like a hawk, you know, I was watching to see how they moved and how they spoke and how they related to not only each other, but to us newly ordained, you know, bhikshunis and bhikshus, and also to how they related to the laity. And overall, I was extremely impressed by their grace and their patience, their ability to fully engage the person that was in front of them, undistracted by things around them, giving their full, wholehearted attention to whoever was in front of them at the moment. And so looking back, I see that one of the great vision here that the Sravasti Abbey community is doing right now is to set the foundation for someday perhaps America having a very large, fully ordained Sangha, and that for the Dharma to flourish in the West, it must have not only fully ordained monks and nuns, but it also needs the support and the care of the laity. And that was the other thing that was very striking in Taiwan, is that the lay community loves their Sangha, is devoted to their Sangha. And many of the Taiwanese, when their children are gone and their grandchildren are grown, they sell their homes and they come and they live in temples. And they live in small little rooms, they eat the same food, they practice together, and they serve the Sangha, they serve the temple in whatever capacity that they are asked. And they have a lot of joy, and they get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to cut up the food for breakfast, and sometimes they're the last ones to go to bed at night. And the joy and the peace, and they were very excited to see all of the newly fully ordained. They stood in these huge lines and huge crowds when we came out of the ordination ceremony, just beaming as they saw more of the fully ordained Sangha. No matter where they dispersed to, they seemed to be sincerely and genuinely very happy. So I think about the Abbey, and I think about what we're all trying to do here to have the fourfold Sangha of fully ordained and lay practitioners. And so I just keep that in my heart, that it may not be this life, it may be the next life, if we're all fortunate to create the causes to come back and to be part of the Sangha community in the world, is to see what it can be, and that we have gotten off to a wonderful start. Not only that we're starting to have fully ordained monastics at the Abbey, but the lay community that is stepping forward to support and to rejoice and to participate in spreading the Dharma in the West is also growing in a beautiful way. And so I think we're on the right path, and we'll just keep on going.